talk with her.
You had the opportunity to secure on all her events. You can see the flexibility shows there. She's had an ankle injury. She sprained her ankle during training, and we didn't think she would be in the competition. You can almost hear a pin drop. She's being very aggressive. Her leg was not horizontal all the way around, but she lifted it at the end on that full turn. There's a body wave. And here's that handstand half turn. Very nice. Little slower rhythm than Tracy, but she was right in the horizontal position. Very little experience in international competition. She's moving extremely well. Here's her walkover. Let's see if she can hold on to this. Hitch kick. Usually the coach is looking the other direction. This is such a nervous event. There's her cabriole, very high. And gainer, tuck open.
Pam B.
And the pressure didn't seem to affect her at all on that event.
Now, we would figure that most teams would score lower on this than they would on the ball anyway.
Yes, especially on the compulsories. You don't want to get that 5/10 of a point deduction for falling off, so you control a little more. Let's take a look at this dismount. First she does the cabriole. Watch her knees pull up into the air and lift her high above the beam, and no steps on the land.
9-7-0 for Pam B. on the balance beam, picking things up for the United States team. Now, Kathy Johnson.
Kathy probably has the best technique, better than most all the gymnasts in this competition. She's taken the ballet. Her lines and style are very good. If she can overcome any kind of nervousness, then she has a good chance at scoring very high here. Back handspring, you have to pop off those hands on that back handspring, meaning you have to get a little distance between your hands and feet before they touch. Here's her full turn. Better than most of the gymnasts in the competition. Very well. Here's that handstand half turn. Back leg dropped a little down before it got into the horizontal position. Kathy doesn't seem to be very nervous. Her fluidity on this apparatus is quite good. I take it back, Jack. I think that music starting has to be a little distracting.
That would just make me jump 5 feet.
Walk over. This is the most confident I've seen Kathy. I think we saw it at the trials after she had that disastrous bar routine, and it hasn't stopped. And her dismount.
All right, Kathy Johnson, yeah.
Oh,
give me that smile.
What a nice routine. The hardest event over. Now she can relax just a little bit before the floor exercise. Kathy has become an incredibly tough competitor. She controls her nerves. Here's her cabriole. That leg comes right up. Watch her knees pull up into the air. This gives her the height that she needs. She opens up very high, almost in the vertical position, and a tremendous landing.
Waiting with Coach Don Peters for the judges.
Jack, and you can bet Don's nerves are on end at the moment, too. Trying to encourage and motivate and keep the girls right where they should be mentally.
Yes, Kathy came from way back in those Olympic trials to make this team. So she's, I think, better for that experience.
I think you're right. She certainly is a very good team member as well.
9-8 9.85 for Kathy Johnson. It was worth waiting for. What a lovely performance. Way to go, Kathy.
Oh.
Now, Julianne McNamara.
Julianne giving Kathy a little smile, but getting right back into her own world, having to concentrate. Julie has successfully kept her concentration in many world competitions, this being, of course, much more intense. The leg that is up should be in the horizontal position as they mount. She did that well. Julianne doesn't have the forward leg extension of some of the other gymnasts, but there's no deduction there. She did a good back handspring. Her roots also came from Dick and Linda Mulvihill, and they are especially good coaches on this event. She moved to Don Peters, Olympic coach now, and is now with Bella Caroli. And I've seen her go through this routine many, many times. Her front leg dropped just a little bit there, but she got it back into the horizontal position. There's her leap. Height is important on that. Very nice turn, good extension. And here's her walkover. No problem. You feel like you're walking on eggs when you're up there, no matter how much time you've spent on this apparatus. She had a little tiny bobble there, not more than a half a tenth, I would imagine. Showing her flexibility on her scale. Her cabriole, very high, good job. And her dismount. What a relief.
Julianne McNamara. Well, Kathy Johnson's 9.85 must have made her parents very happy, and Ann Simon is with them right now. Ann?
Nervous while you're watching Kathy on the beam?
Always. We've watched meets for 9 years now while she's been competing at this level, and it's always the same on the beam. It's really something that you never get used to. Yeah.
Very proud of her, aren't you, Mrs. Johnson?
Oh, very. The Olympics are so exciting. I'm so happy she can be part of this great American team. Great.
Thank you. Jack?
All right, Ann, thank you very much. And while you were up there, the score posted for Julianne was 9.85 to match Kathy. So we're down now to Mary Lou Retton.
As we've said many times, this is a critical event for Mary Lou. This is where her confidence and concentration will pay off. She has physically everything she needs to do a magnificent job. Mentally, she has to be there. Look at that extension on that. She had a little bobble, but she covered it up very well. I've seen Mary Lou go through 25 and 30 routines a day just on compulsory balance beam. She's not hesitating, being aggressive, not holding back. Here's her handstand, half turn, split. Couldn't be better. I think she's holding her breath the entire time she's up there. Mary Lou needs to work a little more on her toes. So far, she's doing very well. Here's her walkover. Holds her leg up at the end. Mary Lou is not holding back at all. You can tell that she's controlling every move. But her extension and her jumps are high. And her rhythm is good. Here's her dismount. Pike open, and she flies above the beam.
There's that smile, Mary Lou Retton. Woo!
I think the compulsories are more difficult for Mary Lou than even her optionals. It's like holding a racehorse back. Let's take a look at her dismount. Watch how high she gets above the beam when she opens up. She's opening up right in the vertical. Not very many gymnasts can do it with that kind of stretch.
And it's a 9.85 for Mary Lou Retton. So the last three score 9.85s. Della Caroli, her coach, with the congratulatory hug, and Mary Lou is happy. She's smiling. And that's the way the gymnastic competition for women is going at Pauley Pavilion.